Hey YouTube! Today I'm going to show you how to recess Prado Unifit outlets so that they sit completely flush, first in wood and then in stone. Whether you're going for that seamless modern look on timber walls, cabinetry, or stone backsplashes, this guide will take you through the tools, measurements, and installation steps to get a perfect result every time. For our first demonstration, we're going to show you how to flush mount a Prado Unifit outlet in a veneered wood panel. The first step is to mark out the location for your outlet, which of course is dependent on the design and the electrical layout. Next, we're going to grab an 1.5" Forstner bit to create the recessed depth so that the faceplate of the outlet can sit flush with the wood surface. This first wider hole will be drilled to a depth of 1/10 of an inch or 2.5 millimeters. The best way to check that you've drilled to the correct depth is to put the faceplate on the outlet, flip it upside down, and place it in the hole. Alternatively, this step could also be done after the hole for the body of the Unifit outlet has been drilled with a 1/16 rabbiting bit in your router. After you're satisfied that that first hole has been drilled to the correct depth, it's time to drill out the hole for the Unifit body. And to do this, we're going to use a Forstner bit that is 1 inch and 3/8. That's 1/8 of an inch smaller than the first hole we drilled. Now it's extra important in this step that we center our second Forstner bit in the same center hole that we drilled in the first hole. Once you've drilled completely through the material, you should be left with a recessed section that is a 1/16 of an inch around the perimeter. Now all that's left is to clean up, make all necessary electrical connections, and slide the Unifit body into place. If you've done this correctly, what you should notice is as you push the Unifit body into place, it should sit slightly below the surface of the wood. Ensure the plug is in the right orientation, then tighten the screws to secure it to the panel. And once it's secured, it's time to add the faceplate, then step back and admire your new flush Prado Unifit outlet. It really is that easy. And you know what else is easy? Changing the faceplate. You don't even need to remove the outlet. The easiest way to remove the faceplate is to grab a plug and use the ground prong in the ground hole and simply pop it off. Then you simply grab your new faceplate in whatever color you'd like and click it in. But what if you don't want it in wood? What if you want it in stone? Well, luckily the process is pretty similar. We're going to make 2 holes, one for the faceplate that's a little bit larger and a slightly smaller one for the Unifit body. Once we've got the location marked out, it's time to grab our first of 2 hole saws. This one is going to be 1.5 inches, and we're going to carefully create the recessed depth, which again is about 1/10 of an inch or 2.5 millimeters. Now, unlike the wood, in the stone, we're going to fine tune the depth of our first hole after the second hole's been cut out. Once we've established our outer circle, it's time to switch to our 1 3/8 hole saw and drill out the center. To ensure this second hole is centered and clean, we're going to use a drill guide which has a water reservoir to keep the drill bit cool and prevents it from wandering. Now remember, this hole for the Unifit body, we're going to drill all the way through the stone. So keep drilling until you're all the way through the material. Once this step is complete, we can remove the guide and continue fine-tuning the recessed depth of our first hole. Now to do this, you could switch back to your 1.5 inch diamond hole saw, or you could opt for a diamond chamfer cone like we did, which makes fine-tuning a hole like this a breeze. Now when you're ready to install your Unifit outlet, you simply make all the electrical connections and then slide the body into the hole and then secure it to the material with both screws. Once it's tight, the only thing left to do is to click on the interchangeable faceplates and admire how flush your new Prado Unifit outlet is in your stone surface. And remember, because it's Prado, you can choose whatever faceplate color you'd like. So there you go. Now you know how to flush mount a Prado Unifit outlet in both stone and wood. But remember, you've got options, and you don't have to flush mount them. And if you choose to surface mount them, you do have another customizable option available to you. They're called trim rings, and they come in a wide variety of different finishes. And as you may have guessed, they're interchangeable. And the good news is surface mounting is so easy, you won't even need a video tutorial to tell you how to do it. So if a truly one-of-a-kind outlet is what you're after, there's simply no easier way to do that than with Prado. Be sure to check out all the links in the video description below and find the Prado product that works best for you.